Good morning, good morning. We back at it. So today I want to share a story with you that I heard the other day that I think would be very helpful for you guys. I'll explain it at the end. So in this story, there's a professor with his classroom, right? He's at his desk. He pulls out a large mason jar, puts the mason jar on his desk. Bam. Then he pulls out some golf balls. He puts the golf balls inside the mason jar. Fills it up to the top. Then he asks the class, is the mason jar full? And they say, yeah, it's full. He said, okay. He goes in his drawer, pulls out some small pebbles. He starts putting the pebbles in the mason jar. You gotta shake it around a little bit so they can get in. He puts as many as he can. Then he looks at the class again and he goes, okay, what about now? Is the jar full? And they're like, oh, yeah, definitely full now. He said, okay. He goes in his drawer and he has a bag of sand, a small bag of sand. He pours the sand inside the mason jar. The sand fills all the way into the cracks and everything, fills up. He goes, all right, and what about now? Is the jar full? Class laughs. Come on, Doc. Of course, yes, it is full. There's literally no more space. So then he looks at his cup of coffee on the side. He takes the coffee and he pours it in. He wasted money, I know, but that's not part of the story. He pours the coffee into the jar. It goes right in and it fills in. And he goes, okay, what about now? And they're like, yes? With like a question mark, because they're not sure now. So he goes, all right, so what just happened here, the mason jar is your life. The golf balls, those are your passions. The things like if you didn't have anything else in this world, but you had these, you'd be good to go. The pebbles are the things we have to do, the things that matter. You gotta pay the bills, your house, your car, school, whatever, work, that stuff. The sand, that's the small, insignificant stuff. That's what that is. So he tells the class that and he says, now think about this. What would have happened if I put all the sand in first? Would I have been able to put the golf balls in? The class, no, there'd be no space. What about the pebbles? No, there'd be no space for that either. It's like, you have to understand that you have to put the golf balls first. That's your passions. That stuff has to go in first. You have to make time for that. You have to. You can't put all the small, insignificant stuff first, because if you fill your life up with all the small, insignificant things, there's literally no space for anything else. No space for your passions. There's no space for the things that matter. So you have to make sure you prioritize your life and prioritize the things that matter to you. So the guy's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then one student raises their hand, Professor, you mentioned everything else, but what's the coffee for? What is that? So, that's just to let you guys know that no matter how full you think your life is, there's always time for a cup of coffee with a friend. So that's the story, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, make sure you prioritize what's most important to you. We can't keep sweating the small stuff, especially stuff that does not matter. Put your passions first. Put that stuff first. Make sure you also do not forget about the things that matter. The things, you got to keep a roof over your head. You got to have food on the table. Don't put the insignificant stuff first. Leave that alone. It's not important. It's just not important. It'll find its way into your life regardless, but you can't give it that energy. All right? Take that. I hope you guys got something for that, because that story was truly a gem for me. It's very important. And enjoy the rest of your day.